4 reasons why you should never travel to Cuba. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Mercy Talks, where we discuss random and educational topics with a sprinkle of self-advocacy. Stay tuned for more content. Food. So, surprisingly the food wasn't that great. We went to only maybe 1 or 2 restaurants that were really, really good. But a lot of the places didn't have seasoning. The food was cold. Um, it was a little bit overpriced too. So just keep that in mind when you go to Cuba, and maybe do like more extensive research when it comes to finding good places to eat, because that was a little bit of a struggle for my friends and I when we went. And I'll also be tagging the video below in the description box. Scamming. So surprisingly, that was another thing that happened there, was like with scamming and with just like being walking around certain areas. Like some people may be waiting outside, specifically children, and they'll like try to ask you for money. Also, when we go to excursions or go on excursions, be mindful of them trying to overcharge you, especially for drivers there, because they don't have Ubers. Just make sure you're getting more for your buck. Don't try to don't get taken advantage of. They know when you're American, and sometimes they may try to take advantage of you because of that. But stand your ground and make sure that you don't have to be rude, but just make sure no one's trying to take advantage of you. If you want to give out money to locals, that's on you. I just feel like sometimes in foreign countries you can make yourself a target. It's just an easy target, so you want to be mindful of doing things of that such, because you don't want someone to identify you and try to harm you. So that was just like our case. No one harmed us, thank God. But just saying, like, stuff like that, scamming, overcharging, gas, driver, like these are things to just always keep in mind when you're in Cuba. Hotels and Airbnbs. So hotels and Airbnbs, basically, we couldn't really find a hotel like we're in the city area that was like, we felt like that was safe and that had all the amenities that we wanted. So we had to get like an Airbnb. And our Airbnb was beautiful, don't get me wrong, but it's like it would have been nice to find like a resort, you know what I mean? Like when you go to these type of places or islands, like maybe an all-inclusive resort. And there were resorts, but they were kind of further away from like the city. They were more closer to the beaches. So if you're okay with that, then that's fine. If you're the type of person that wants to not only see the beaches, you want to see the city, it may be more prefer to find a place in the city and then get a driver to drive you around. So that could be an option when you go to Cuba. If you ever go to Cuba, it's just that sometimes like you want location, to me, is everything when you travel, and it's one of the most important things, especially for safety reasons and just in general. Like also you want to be in close proximity to things too, right? Especially you're a foreigner, you want to be at least close to things so you know where you're going. So that's like one of my takes about like location, Airbnbs, and hotels. That it was a little bit hard finding like what we needed, what we wanted, but always do extensive research. That's the best advice I can give you. The internet there is very, very, very interesting. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, it is an interesting setup. The internet there is so interesting because, personally, when you get there, there's a card you have to buy. You have to go to the store to get internet, right, for your phone. Like, and it gets pretty pricey. It adds up after a while. It's not like you just have roaming network there like you would have here. Like, no, you have to constantly buy like basically minutes and Wi-Fi and internet on your phone. Then with the TV, after a while, the TV cuts off. Like, so you only get to watch a certain amount of TV there, and the TV literally will cut off for a few hours and may not turn on for another few hours or the next day. So that's just something to keep in mind when you're there. So it's kind of a place where you kind of just relax, but also you can stay a little active, because everyone's not constantly on their phone and watching TV like they do here in the States. So that's just something to keep in mind. It was a little bit of a culture shock, because when we went to just chill, we're watching TV for like 30 minutes and then it gets cut off. So that's just something like just to keep in mind, because yeah, it was interesting. I would just say that. Like, I would say that. So, and also make sure to bring enough cash, because if you're the type of person who wants to be on your phone and you want to be, you want to make content, you have to keep that in mind too, because sometimes like the internet and the card you may have to use, it may add up. So yeah, that's something I feel like you should just keep in mind. At least is racism. So unfortunately, my friends and I, we did experience a little bit of racism and, or discrimination. Like we went to this club, and they were treating other people nicely at the door. They were like really rude to us and like not trying to answer to us or nothing like that. So we were like, geez, like, did we do anything? Like, we just got here, like, should we be served like any other customer? And just like them ignoring us and not giving us really time of day at first until they saw us trying to take our money or exchange our money from dollars to the currency there. Of course, right? That's when they want to be nice, right? But yeah, that was one thing. So yeah, like it was just whatever to me, honestly. I honestly didn't really notice it at first, but then after a while, like I was like, okay, wait, I think they're being rude. I feel like they're discriminating. They're being kinder to the people. So just watch out for that when you're there as well. Okay, guys, so that sums up 5 reasons why you should never travel to Cuba. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, share with everyone you know. And I'll see you guys in the next one.